Welcome to a new video from Sign, and basically this is going to be roughly on how to survive your first night in Terraria. The game's getting more popular and whatnot, and actually one of the reasons I'm doing this is my nieces really want to get into the game, but they have a hard time doing anything, so yeah, they usually don't make it past the first night without dying at least once. So this will be a quick little video to show, what you need to do, to get a good setup going. And I usually don't do this in my own videos, so. But first thing you're going to do, chop down plenty of wood. Now with the copper axe, it does take a little bit of time to do it. But you can see here, you start with copper short sword, which is the probably worst weapon in the game. All it does, stab straight ahead in the direction you're facing. It does move relatively quickly though. Then you have a copper pick. That's the weakest pick in the game. It does have a -1 to range though. And then you have your copper axe. This one's strong, so extra knockback. But it also has a -1 range, so you gotta stand a little closer to whatever you're trying to use it on. But this is your go-to tool for taking trees down. It's not like say you drop Herald of Minecraft, you can't use any tool to break something down. You actually have to use the proper tool, because otherwise it just won't interact. Now, you can see here I got a slime here that decided to come visit. And now if you want, you can use the short sword. The copper pick is usually your best starting weapon. It swings faster than the axe, which is definitely helpful. And you can see that it has an overhead swinging motion, as opposed to just, your regular straight ahead kind of poke things. So you don't have to aim nearly as much, which is always a bonus. You don't have to have perfect aim. You can hit things slightly above you, which you can't really do with the your short sword. But right now I'm trying to get roughly 200 wood. You can see I passed, over some ores there. I'll get back to those in a second. But let's see. If you come across these guys, mushrooms, pick them up. They're not much, but they are about the only way you can, heal easily at the beginning of the game. Restores 15 life. There is a 1-minute cooldown on healing items, though, so be careful. 1,000 mushrooms is not going to help you towards the end of the game. But yeah. See, it's a lot easier to kill things with the pickaxe than it is with your short sword. Yeah, and the short sword is not used in any recipes to craft anything or anything else, so. Now, the default keys for moving are your standard, WASD keys. W is not really used a whole lot except for climbing up ropes or whatnot. Ropes or chains. Same with D. D will drop you through platforms though, which we'll get to in a moment. Now you're going to want to kill any slimes you can, especially the green ones. They're the weakest enemy in the game. Actual enemy in the game. They don't drop a whole lot of money, but they do drop gel. Now you can combine gel with wood to make torches, which you are going to need a few of at least. Alright, go ahead and kill that guy. And you're also going to want at least 20 stone. And this generation was pretty lucky. It actually, good pockets of it right on the surface, close to where you spawn in. Which is good, because until you get a bed, if you die, you show back up at the same place where you started the map at. So you want to have your house somewhat close by if you're worried about the dying and whatnot. And I'm just kind of shaving the top layer off here so it doesn't really mess up how this looks too much. And get some dirt just for miscellaneous blocks and whatnot. Now this here is 10. This is actually the weakest metal. It's tied with copper. But you're only going to get one of the two in each world. This world got 10. There we go. And let's take care of these guys real quick. You're 10, and then your second tier is going to be iron or lead. You got one or the other. And you need that to make anything metal, because you have to make an anvil. Now this is here is silver. This is like your third tier of equipment. pretty decent stuff. It's good to start off the game with. But it's really... I mean, there are better ways to do things. So... it does make some pretty good decorative blocks, which we'll get into eventually, but... for now, you know, there's your silver. And then over here, close to where I came in, you can see here's patch yellow metal, gold. Oh, and there's some lead right there. Awesome. So gold is like the best of the 4 metals that is, basically generated with the world. Go ahead and kill this guy. Yep. And, excuse me. There's specialty metals and whatnot that, you can come across later on. Oh, you see here we have a pot. You break that open, you get random things, you get money, you can get potions, hearts, and various things. There's all sorts of metal around here we can grab. Now be careful it does take a little bit to actually get fall damage, but you have to worry about being able to get back out of wherever you just jumped down into as well. And if you get cornered, it's really easy to die quickly. So, remember how I grabbed some dirt earlier? Go ahead and grab this, do that with it. Now I can jump up easily and keep exploring. And it's still daytime, the sun's not quite started to set yet. It's kind of hard to see it behind the mountains right now, but you can look at just the overall brightness. And you kind of tell roughly how far in the day you are. Oh, got a blue slime now. Oh. You can see that little grasshopper guy there? They sometimes show up whenever you break the grass and whatnot. And then we got a snowy area here, which does have tougher enemies, so we're not going to go in there yet. But I'm going to level this out, just because. Oh, now we got some more slimes. And you can hear the music change when you go into a new area. The music's actually a really good cue for different things on this game, so pay attention to what music's playing. And we got a little bit of tin. Alright, now I see... got this tree right here, right? I can't even break the blocks underneath it with a pick. I have to cut it down with the axe first. Oh, and here comes an ice slime. Now, your slimes are your basic enemies in this game, so... this guy's got 30 hit points, or 30 life, and he actually has some defense, so you do about half the damage to him that you would to a green slime. Now you see the numbers pop up every once in a while. It's kind of a darker orange color, like that 4 was just there. That means you just got a critical hit on the slime, or whatever enemy you're hitting, and did double damage. So, go ahead. Slimes during the day pretty much just ignore you until you hit them. So you can just dodge them and just keep going on your way, and like that guy there. And he's just going to keep going that way. Now, slimes do have a chance to carry stuff inside of them, though. Now you can get extra coins, hearts to refill your life with. You can get various potions. And let's see. I'm going to need at least 15 lead ore. I've got 17, so I'm just going to keep digging this up. And you can see how the screen's kind of starting to get a red tinge to it. It means we're getting closer to nighttime now. So it's time to start thinking about shelter for the night. Because especially the first night, if you're excuse me, not used to playing this game, being stuck outside at night is pretty deadly. So you can see here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it here. But first things first is I'm going to level this out a bit. There we go. So I have 256 wood. I'm going to start putting this down. Now you're probably just going to want to build your own basic little, just a shoebox almost to live in. And probably one of the easiest ways, just, about 10-15 blocks long, and then up as far as you can reach. There we go. That's your shelter. Now, we're going to need a workbench so we can start making stuff to put in here. So, got a workbench now. We're going to need a couple doors. Got to be able to get in and out, right? So, doors in this game are 3 blocks tall. Oh, I just put a torch down by accident. And, boom, there's a door. And then, here's our other door. Now, you can place things out of your inventory. If you leave it open, you can just grab things out of here and use it as if it was in your hotbar. So, a little bit of a tip there. So, and we'll go ahead and put a torch up on each side here so we can see. And now what we need to do is we have to put some background walls in. I'm going to use wood walls for this. Now 1 wood will equal 4 walls. And how this stuff works. Let's see, let's go with 180. Alright, so we got our wood walls. And you just start placing them in the back here. See how it's kind of covering up the background there? Well, enemies can't spawn. Oh, my guy's getting beat up by a slime. Oh, and my guy now just left it inside with me. Thank you. That was smart. But yeah, enemies can't spawn in front of these walls. And it's also important for you to put walls and stuff like this, build houses for your little NPC guys there, because otherwise they're probably going to die. I'm going to put a torch there. You can put torches on background walls. Now if you go here to your menu, you see you got the equipment tab, housing, and then the camera mode over here. Now first we want to go to housing. You can see this question mark, housing query. Now you can click in your room, and here it says, housing is missing a chair. So we go here. Oh, sorry. This is your little crafting system here. And he just walked through the house because it's not his yet because it needs a chair. But you can scroll through here, and this, you just stand next to the appropriate crafting station, and you can craft whatever you need, like wooden chair. Put that down here, and now it should be a valid house, right? This housing is suitable. So we click on his base. Oh, he just moved in on his own. But you can click on his base and click on the house you want him to move into, and they'll move in. If it's nighttime, they'll go through and, why did he just leave again? Dude, get inside and stay inside. But yeah, if it's nighttime, they'll kind of teleport to where their house is and stuff, and he's slightly confused right now. Let me see if I can fix this. I think it may be because he moved in on his own. No. No, he's just, I don't know what he's doing. So, oh, we only have 16 stone. I need 20 stone to make a furnace. So, we're going to adventure outside at night. I would not recommend this. Put a torch down. And we'll grab that piece. No, I'll just leave the torch there so we can see a little bit better. Now, come in here. And you can hear the kind of thumping noises. It's the zombies trying to break the doors down. During a normal night, they won't. However, during a blood moon, which happens randomly, they will be able to break that door down. But now, furnace, we have to stand in front of the crafting table. You can see if we move away from it, the list of things we can make shortens dramatically. We go here. Now we have a furnace. Go ahead and make this. And I'm just going to put it down next to our workbench. Now, they will throw off a little bit light, but not enough light for this to be considered a house. For a house, it's got to be above a certain size. I believe it's like 60 cubic blocks or square blocks interior. It has to have a table or a flat surface, like this workbench will work, or there's tables and everything else. And then a chair, or a comfort item is what they're called. Chairs, beds, a few other things count. Basically, you know, somewhere that your NPC can sit down, take weight off his feet, and so on and so forth. They don't actually each have to have a bed. I guess they sleep at the chairs, I don't know. And then it's got to have a light source. Now I've got 3 in here. I could get away with just 1, but 3 makes it a little easier to see and whatnot. So now that we're standing in front of this furnace, you can see here we can make different bars of things. Now, like 10 bars and iron bars only take 3 of each ore to make a bar out of it. Now silver and then gold as well. I don't have enough gold to do it to show you guys, but silver and gold take 4 ore. So I'm going to want to make 5 lead bars. And now you can see I can make a lead anvil. Now, anvils are necessary to make anything metal in this game. Let's see. Now I have enough silver to make 8 bars. So, here we go. And now if I click this little crafting window here, it'll pop up every recipe that you can currently make right here. And now, what I'm going to do is I want to make a broadsword. Now, you can make a silver short sword, but it's the same problem with the copper one. It only stabs straight ahead of you. It does do a little more damage, though. But a broadsword, that's a whole other story. It's a shameful. You can see it's kind of got gray text. Well, that means it has a negative modifier on it. Which you can see there, it says -9 damage, plus 10% size, and -20% knockback. It's actually a pretty bad silver broadsword, but it's a whole lot better. I mean, it still does twice the damage that this copper shortsword did. And you can see it's got this handy overhead swinging action now, too. And it swings just about as fast. Now, if I let these guys in, now, just keep wailing on them as much as you can, and try not to get hit as much as I did there. But you can see now, they're all dead. I got a lens from the eyeball, so they do drop various items and whatnot. And then I got actually a pretty decent amount of money. Now it's nighttime, and the guide's finally decided that's his spot, and he's not going to move and pace in and out. But see, we have the map here. If this map annoys you, you can hit the tab button once, and it does a full screen overlay. And then you hit it again, and it just goes away completely. And bring it back with more, hit a tab. Now if you hit the M key, well, this is all default controls, but if you hit the M key, it brings up a full screen map that you can kind of drag around and see where all you've been. And it'll show things of interest, like got torches there, it'll show you a torch, my character there, the guide, the torch down here, water, sand. It won't show like enemies on the map, but you don't really need it to either. This is more so you can see, plot out where you're going to go. Like, there you go. It shows the gold on the map, so you know where there's gold at. It's more of a strategy thing than like an actual tactical map. Go ahead and kill him. Now some zombies, like that guy, had a slime on his head, so he dropped a couple gel that we can use to make torches with. And see things like squirrels running around. These are critters. Enemies actually kill them outright, like you just saw. And there's a bunny there. And pretty much they don't really have much practical use for the most part. But you can capture them in bug nets, and you make cages and such for them. So, but I think I'm going to go ahead and call this episode finished here, and just sit inside here and wait out the night. And we come back, then I'll show you how to probably make your first little set of wood armor, try to protect yourself a bit, and do a little bit of exploring so you can kind of scout your world out and see what all you have, to play with. But until then, this is Sign signing out, and I shall see you guys next episode.